Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hell of a title, huh? I'm a body positivity coach, self-love advocate. I teach people how to fall madly, deeply, wonderfully in love with who they are, exactly as they are. I teach people to connect deeply with their truth of their existence and understand that they are not their body, understand that they are so much more than what they look like. And yet, this body positivity coach is losing weight. Well, this has been something that has been on my mind to come on and talk about for some time. For really quite a significant period of time, I wanted to come on here and share my thoughts about this. Hi, Bethany, welcome. I've come on here to talk today for various different reasons, because I believe that in this self-love world, in the body positivity world, there is this idea that you have to not want to change the way that you look, or not want to change the way that you behave, or not want to change the parts of you. And I have spent the last 10 years teaching people how to love exactly who they are, as they are, in this very, very moment. And you know what? That's not going to change. It's not going to change at all. I want to share with you that when I was 16, we're talking 23 odd years ago, I stepped on the scales and I weighed 100 kilos. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. And I thought that was the most disgusting, awful thing I could have ever done in the history of my existence. I hated myself deeply. I thought I was worthless. I thought I was shit. I thought that if I could just be skinny like the people who I admired, then I would be worthy. So I set about losing weight. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to do it at all. I just knew that I probably shouldn't eat the junk food. Hi, Catalina, nice having you here. So at the age of 16, I embarked upon my very first diet. Who here has been on a diet? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Let me know. I went on my very first diet when I was 16, and I didn't have a sports bra. I would tape my breasts up with masking tape and 2 bras to stop them from bouncing as I ran. And in the middle of the night, you know, when it was dark, 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I would go running. And I just stopped eating a whole bunch of food. I stopped eating a whole bunch of food and I went running. All because I thought if I could get skinnier, I would be worthy. If I could change my body, then I would be okay. If I could just be in a space where I could lose the weight, I would feel like I was worthy. Who can relate? Yeah. I lost 20 kilos at the age of 16. I became 80 odd kilos, whatever I was at the time, and everybody told me how wonderful I was. Everybody told me how fantastic I looked, and everybody told me how great I was. And for a very short period of time, I believed them. I believed that, oh yes, I finally got my worth now that I'm smaller. Except it didn't last, right? Because I had externalized my power. I'd externalized my viewpoints. If they stopped telling me that I was great, I stopped believing that I was great. It was an external factor. So naturally, over the next couple of years, I put the weight back on. Cue the next 10 years of my life. Yo-yo dieting, up and down, up and down. People telling me that I'm fab when I lost weight. People not saying anything, maybe just giving me weird looks when I put on weight. And me feeling constantly like I was a failure. Why can't I keep this weight off? The whole world, the whole diet industry telling me that I sucked. That if I could just have more discipline, then I would be smaller. If I could just make sure that I had a smaller body, then I would be worthy and I'd be happy and I would find love and I would get the job of my dreams and I could have everything I ever wanted if I was just skinny. And so for 10 years, I embarked upon that, up and down, to the point that it led me to an eating disorder. I was low on calories for the day. I saw a crunchy bar in the cupboard. And next thing I know, 4 of them were in my belly. And I was sitting at the bottom of a toilet bowl, purging it up. And for the next 7 years of my life, that's how I lived. All because I was desperate to feel skinny. Because I wanted to feel worthy. I wanted to love myself. I wanted to know that I was okay with who I was. And I thought that the only way to do that was to lose weight. So you can imagine, fast forward another 10 years. Fast forward into my life where I have learned how to love myself, when I've learned how to change my thinking. I've learned how to build my self-esteem. I've learned how to build my confidence to be the confident, incredible woman that stands before you today, living the life of her dreams. It's taken me to change my mind, change my thinking, change my beliefs in order to get to that point. You can imagine my surprise 10 years on when I think to myself, hey, I'd like to lose weight. I'd like to have a body that isn't as big as what it is. But is that wrong? I've been teaching people for 10 years how to love themselves. I've been teaching people that for 10 years, as well as myself, for 15 or 20, how to love who I am right now. Is that bad? Should I not be feeling those things? Should I still want to be in the body that I'm in? And it's all questions that we've asked ourselves. Is it okay to want to change who we are? Is it okay to want to change what we look like? Is it okay to want to have different results in our life? And the whole time I know that I've believed, yes, of course it is. It is not what we do, it's why we do it. I want you to understand this. It is not what you do, it's why you do it. Every single time that I've ever lost weight prior to this point, it has been out of self-hate. I've hated myself. I've absolutely wholeheartedly not wanted to be who I was. I have hated every single part of me and thought that if I could just get that body, then I would be okay. Then I would love myself. But I never did. This time, my friends, this time I have spent 10 years loving myself. I have spent 10 years being the confident, badass woman that I am that you see before you today. I wear the clothes that I want to wear. I wear the crop tops. I wear the short shorts. I wear the bikinis. I do everything in my life that the previous version of me thought that I would never be able to do until I was thin. I speak on stages. I get naked. I perform in plays. I ask people out. I hang out at gyms. I go to the gym topless. I cruise around topless in the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm comfortable and confident with who I am. I love me wholeheartedly and I love my body wholeheartedly. So why lose weight? Why on earth would I want to embark on changing my body? Nice to have you, Heather and Jennifer. Why would I want to then, at this point in time, this far along the journey of self-love, to change my body? The answer is clear. For fun. The same way that I might shave my hair or dye it. The same way that I might get a tattoo. The same way that I learned how to play piano and that I'm learning how to speak Spanish. The same way that I'm performing in a play or that I want to that I wrote a book last year on how to love yourself and love your body. I did that because I want to know. I want to give it a go. I want to have fun with my life and with my body. I'm not doing it to get worth. I'm not doing it so that other people find me more appealing. I'm not doing it so other people think that I'm more valuable or that I feel more valuable. I am whole and complete and wonderfully valuable as I am right now in this very freaking moment. And making any changes from that perspective, from complete whole and completeness, irrelevant of what that outcome is that you're changing, whatever you're changing, if you're doing it from a place of wholeness, if you're doing it from a place of self-love, it will always be healthy. I'd like to feel lighter. I'd like to feel fitter. I'd like to feel leaner. I'd like to think that when I hike up the top of that mountain, I don't have to lug 100 kilos around with me. And it'd be easier to live my life if I lugged 90 kilos, whatever it is. I don't even care about the kilos themselves. I just want to be leaner. And for the very first time in my life, I'm doing it from a place of self-love. It's not punishment. It's exploration. It's expression. Why do I get a tattoo on my arm? Because I want to express myself. I want to have this outward appearance of expression. Why do I wear my hair like this? Because I have an outward expression. This is simply me wanting to change my body, is simply to change the outward expression of who I want to be. Like changing an outfit. Like changing your clothes. So this is my confession. Welcome, Sally. This is my confession. This confidence coach, this self-love coach who absolutely loves the shit out of herself, including her body, is fully accepting, knows that she is hot and worthy and valuable as she is right now in this moment, has decided to shift some kgs, to change the shape of her body. That's what's happening. And I do it with pride because I know why. It's not out of punishment. I'm not chasing worthiness. I'm already all of those things. Why am I doing it? For fun, for self-expression, to see what's possible. What if I could learn a language? What if I could, play an instrument? What if I could write a book? What if I could speak on a world stage? We only have this one life. This is all we get in this version of who we are, even if you believe in reincarnation. This version of you get now. And I want to live. And part of my expression of wanting to live is seeing what it might be like to be in a leaner body and love the shit out of myself. Because every single time I've been in a leaner body, I've hated myself because I hated myself when I was in a bigger body. This time around, it's different. This is my confession. I would love to know your thoughts, your feelings. I would love to know if you think that I'm a cop-out. I would love to know if the body positivity movement is going to look at me and go, you've sold out. I'm curious. Either way, I'm whole and complete. I love you. And if you feel like you don't want to follow me anymore because I'm deciding to change my body in that way, I love you. You're a sovereign being and you are welcome to do as you please. It's not what we do, it's why we do it. Get your intention clear. Everything changes, my loves. Have a beautiful day. This is my confession. Thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing. I love you and I hope you love you too, wholeheartedly.